fastest I've gotten collections deleted off was probably maybe 14 days.
14 days.
14 days.
What's the longest you ever seen it take?
Not more than 30.
Not more. So 14 to 30 days. So right now is the 13th of February.
Right.
At the most, before the Blueprint Summit, everybody should have their collections off their credit report.
Everybody should have it off their
So there's 500 people on this call. Everybody should have their collections off of their credit. What if they have one collection, or what if they have 5?
They can get them all off.
All off in the next 30 days minimum, at maximum 2 weeks. Okay, sis. I got my notes ready too, right? Because I had to pivot to business funding because you took over the group chat, you took over Facebook. You're the credit guru. They don't tag me no more. Let's go through the step-by-step of how you teach your mentees, your clients. Guys, she charges a lot of bread, and I got her on this call. All right. She about to give you the game. Can you go step-by-step? Don't be cheap with these people because they on this live. They took their time out. What are the step-by-steps you see, the strategy to get these collections off their credit report? What's step number 1?
So step number 1, in order to get a collection off your credit report, you have to know what a collection is, because I know a lot of people, they mix up between charge-off and collections. When they're looking at their credit report, the account on their credit report will say collection and charge-offs, and they're not sure if it's a charge-off or if it's a collection. So first, you need to pull up your credit report, and on your credit report, it'll have charge-offs and it'll have collections. On the credit report, it'll say account type. That's how you know. That's how you will be able to distinguish whether you have a charge-off or collections on your account. The account type, if you have Identity IQ, it'll say collections. If it's a charge-off, it'll say charge-off. So you have to be able to point out which one is a collection and which one is a charge-off so that you know which account to dispute.
Okay, so step 1, everybody needs to check their Identity IQ, their credit report. She already flipping the screen, guys. Okay, we got PowerPoint presentation. Okay, so if you want Identity IQ, you can go to the link in my bio, but there's a credit report right there, and you can see where it says account type, it says collection, because everybody be trying to use your collection strategy on charge-offs and other things, but we're showing you how to use it for collections. Right. So step 1, identify whether it is a collection or not.
Another way to identify it's a collection is if y'all see right there, it says credits, and then in parentheses, it says original creditor. That's how you know it's a collection. It'll show you the collection agency's name first, and in parentheses, it's going to show you the original creditor who sold the debt to the collection agency.
Got you. That's the identifying mark. Because say, for instance, you owe Bella Sloan money, $1,000. I sold that debt to 5S Enterprises Debt Collection.
Right.
So on the credit report, it'll have me as the original debtor, but it'll also have you as a collection agency. That's a red flag that shows you, oh, that debt was sold. This is a collection.
Right.
Okay.
And sometimes if you have a credit card and they charge off the credit card, and if they can't collect from you when it is a charge off, sometimes the original creditor will sell the account to a collection agency. So sometimes charge-offs can transition over to a collections account. And in the comment section of a charge-off, it will say account was sold to, and it'll basically specify what company they sold it to. So that's how you will know if a charge-off was turned over to a collection agency.
Ooh, that's another sauce right there. Because sometimes charge-offs turns into collection, but it's all about looking at your credit report first. We suggest Identity IQ. Link in my bio for Identity IQ if you want. I got a discount with them so you can get it a lot cheaper. All right, so step 1, y'all hope y'all wrote that down. Check to see if it's a collection or a charge-off. That's super important. Right. This is a great question in the chat. I see Miss Builderbrand says, what if it's a paid charge-off, a paid collection versus something that's $1,000? So the collection is still negative on my credit report. That's why I tell y'all, do not pay the collection.
Right.
Stop paying it. Right. If they're calling you, tell them to stop calling you, or else you're going to sue them for harassment. But we're going to talk about that later. Stop paying the collection. Get it deleted off your credit report. All right, sis. So we got it identified as a collection, whether you owe $0 or it's a medical collection for $1,000. It's a collection. What is step 2?
So step 2 is you need to figure out if the collection agencies that's trying to collect the debt, you have to make sure that they're licensed to collect from you, and there are states that don't need to be licensed. So you need to know when you're drafting up your dispute letter, if the state that is if the collection agency is collecting from you in the state that you live in, you have to make sure that it is okay for them to collect from you without a license. And if they need to be licensed, you need to know that as well, because if they're not licensed, they can't collect. So that's one of the methods that you can use to get the collection agencies removed. But a lot of the states, if you look over right here, a lot of these states are the states that do not need a license to collect. So if you have a collection on your account and the company is in these states, they do not need a license to collect from you.
Ooh. Yo, you really came with PowerPoints. This is wild. Okay, I thought we was just gonna rap. All right. I hope y'all screenshot it. Make sure y'all screenshot it. So Alabama, California, DC, Delaware, Georgia, all these states up to Vermont, they do not need a license to do collections. So they are well in their rights. If you live in Florida, but the collection agency is in Pennsylvania, right, they have the right to collect
from you. Yes, they can collect from you,
because it's based on the headquarters of the business,
right,
not where you live.
Right. So some states, they need to be licensed, but these states do not need to be licensed. So you can't use that the wording that you have to be licensed to collect from me, because they don't have to be licensed.
Because they don't have to.
But the other states, they do have to be licensed. Yeah.
Okay, got you. You guys better stop being cheap. Be a friend. Share this out to your friends and family. We up to 573 people. Share this out with as many people as so people can have the game and be put in the position for the win. Okay, what is step 3, Regine, to get collections off your credit report?
So step
3. Oh, wait. Somebody asked a great question. Hold on. How do you know if they're licensed, though?
So to know if they're licensed, you're going to go to nmls.com or .org, right?
So Nancy, Larry, Mary, Sam.
Well, yeah. So NMLS.org. Consumeraccess.org. It's NMLS consumeraccess.org.
Ooh, okay, that's a good one.
On that website, you're going to, this is the website right here.
Okay.
On this website, you're going to type in the name of the consumer reporting, the collection agency.
Right.
And you're going to click search. And then when you click search, it's going to show you all the states that they're licensed in and all the states that they're not licensed in.
Can y'all please, time out. Drop a fire emoji in the chat. Just, if y'all enjoying this, shout out to Kiki for dropping the link right there. Drop a fire emoji in the chat. Are you kidding me? I'm gonna make sure I save this live. I'm gonna put it on YouTube. I'm gonna put this on my page, my Instagram page, and I'm gonna make sure I put this link for you. I got you guys, so you guys can rewatch it. Come on, Regine. Come through. Come through, sis. And so Nancy, Larry, Mary, Sam, consumeraccess.org. So yes. Bella Sloan Collection Agency sends me a letter, and it's on my credit report, because there's not one bullet to fight credit. You're about to give us a couple ones, but one of the bullets is to find out if they even legit to even collect money from me, right? So if they're in the state, I didn't think I saw the state of Kansas. So if they're based in the state of Kansas, they got no business trying to do collections. So what's going to happen is I'm going to look them up on NLMS consumeraccess.org. And if they're not licensed to do it, that's going to be one of the bullets I'm going to use to get the collection off.
Right.
Cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. All right, sis. So step 1, look at your consumer credit to see if it's legitimately a collection. Step 2, you want to check the license for debt collection, and you gave the website. That's step 2. What is the next step?
So the next step is, you have to find out the statute of limitations to collect the debt in the state that you live in. So a collection agency can park a collection debt on your credit report, but you need to find out what the statute of limitation is. So if a collection is on your credit report and when they close the account or they deem the account was delinquent, let's say it was 2018, but you live in New York and they're trying to collect from you, the statute of limitations to collect the debt in New York is 3 years. So they can't collect. So that's one of the reasons, that's one of the methods that you guys can use to get the collection off. The statute of limitations has passed, and in the state that I live in, you can't collect from me.
Got you. Okay. All right. I'm gonna break it down even more for the layman people like me that don't know nothing about credit. So what you're saying is If I got the iPhone, we on the iPhone 15. So if I got the iPhone 12 3 years ago, if I got the iPhone 11 4 years ago, I never paid off the iPhone. That $1,500 collection from AT&T is on my credit report. Because I live in the state of New York, if 3 years has passed, they are not allowed to even collect the debt anymore.
No, the statute of limitations has passed. Even if they sell the debt over to the original creditor, even if they sell it over to the collection agency, they are bound by the same statute of limitations.
And this is based on the original creditor. Ooh. Right. So what website is this? Because you can't give this sauce and I'll give the website. What website are they going to go to check the statute of limitations?
So whatever state you live in, if you Google statute of limitations to collect a debt in the state of Georgia, in the state of New York, in the state of Pennsylvania, it will tell you. If you Google it, it will tell you what the statute of limitations is.
Got you. That's a good gem. I use that same strategy, guys, when it comes to getting a business address or because I know people say, hey, virtual offices ain't working no more or it's too expensive. I tell people just Google registered agent and the state you're living in. So registered agent Pennsylvania, it'll give you a list of registered agents which can be used as business addresses.
Right.
And those things are like $50, $60, $75 a year. A year. So it's a whole lot cheaper. So that's a great strategy. So to check out the statute of limitation in your state, not the state of the business that's collecting, but in the state where I am, right?
Yes.
Okay, got you. And then it'll tell you right then and there. Listen, guys, she's going to be, she's just teaching. Listen, at this point, Regine is giving the collection sauce away because the real gems that she's going to be teaching at the Blueprint Summit is how to discharge your student loan debt. She's going to show you how to, most importantly, sue back the collection agencies or these creditors that are trying to sue you. And everybody's scared because everybody's scared when they get that lawsuit paper. They don't know what to do. Regine's going to show you what to do. March 22nd and March 23rd in Philly. Comment the word blue. This is just the low-level information. She got to prove herself. That's why I got her on live. I was like, sis, we telling these people to pay $200 for a ticket. We tell them to pay $500 for a VIP ticket. We gotta give them something first. Right. So I'm glad you're giving the sauce right now. Okay, we know what the statute of limitations is now.
Right.
What is the next step for them to get this off? What's the next bullet?
So the next bullet is, I know there are different types of collections. So a lot of people don't know that medical collections under $500 should no longer be on your credit report. So if you have a medical collection, whether it was from the ambulance picking you up, a copay that you didn't pay, an x-ray that you didn't pay for, and it's on your credit report, and it's a collection, and it's under $500, then they're not supposed to, according to the CFPB, as of May of last year, anything already paid or under $500 should no longer be on your credit report.
Do you see that? Are y'all seeing the receipt? She's not saying it. It's on the consumer. It's on the CFPB for y'all to read. You know us, we don't like to read. It's on the website. Any collection that you have that is under $500, if it's a medical collection, you said, right?
It's a medical collection and it's already paid or it's under $500, it can no longer be on your credit report.